All right. Welcome to the Red Eye Hour, everybody. It is Friday, April 7th, and it's Good Friday, I guess. I don't really care it's Good Friday, but it is Good Friday. So we are back. This is episode 47. It's called Big Announcement. We do have a big announcement that we're going to tell you towards the end of the podcast. We're still going to make you wait. We're going to talk about some of the current events that happened this week that I think are funny to talk about. And then we'll tell you, and we've been, hinting about it for weeks. And I'm sure some of you that if you know, you know. And maybe some of you have started to figure it out, or maybe you wondered what we're talking about, but we're finally going to tell you tonight.
Tell them about.
Don't tell about.
Tell them about.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
that's what's up. Do you like this view better, Ray, or do you like this view
Sure.
better? Or this
Yeah,
one?
the other one. The other one's better.
This
There you
close up
go.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in current events, one of the biggest, funniest things that's getting memes on the internet and everything else is the Bud Light partnership with the trans influencer that's sparking all the outrage.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen some doozies. I've seen. I mean, it's. The Kid Rock thing to me is childish. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
how he's like shooting a gun at the Bud Light. I'm like, we get it.
Right.
You like guns and you don't like gay people. But then a picture surfaces of him like 20 years ago at a party at his house with a drag
Yep.
queen,
Yep.
you
I
know,
saw
and
that
then,
tonight. I saw
yeah.
that tonight.
And then, like, people are like, oh, I'm drinking Coors Light now. I'm drinking Miller Lite. I'm like, they've all done partnerships with the LGBTQ plus whatever.com. You know what I mean? They've
Right.
done all that. Guinness has, Jack Daniel. I mean, they've all done it. Are there some funny ones? Yeah. Do I think it's a little silly that, like, I don't get it. Like, and maybe if somebody's in the comments, they can. I don't get. I sold booze for about a decade. I sold alcohol for a decade. And we had all walks of life come in there. You had trans people, you had gay people, you had straight people, you had just all walks. And I don't ever remember gay or trans people asking for Bud Light. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, that's not what they drink. They drank seltzers, they drank vodka, they drank Moscato, they drank wine coolers and Mike's and Twisted Tea and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, they're not like hankering down for a 30 rack of freaking Bud Light. They're not doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Bud Light's trying to like entice that demographic or if they're just trying to look a certain way
Are they trying to
because
stay? Are they trying to stay relevant?
it's not that they're trying to stay relevant. Busch Light's the biggest package in the Midwest. It's stupid huge, and that's owned by Anheuser-Busch as well. But what I don't get is are you trying to target a demographic and trying to bring them into the domestic beer drinking, or are you just trying to say like, hey, we're cool too. We'll put a rainbow flag on there, even though probably 98% of our brewers are talking shit about it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like the brewers are probably like, "Are you kidding me, man? I'm gonna get roasted by my friends that don't work here." They're like, "Oh, you're making that queer beer now." Like it's
Right.
just it's another stupid divide, is what it is. And like we live in the age of the internet. Like if Bud Light did that now, but then you have like you can pull up a so are people that are against like all the LGBTQ stuff, are they upset that they put the rainbow on there with the trans person, or are they like I'm trying to understand why they're upset about it.
Me
Like
too.
I don't care either way. I think it's funny. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
Anheuser-Busch is you're going after a demographic that is not yours. You know, but at the same time, you remember when Colin Kaepernick did the kneeling thing, and
Yeah.
all the Republicans were like, "I'm never wearing Nike." Like it's the same thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you guys have people that you favor, and they have people that they favor, and then we all just blah blah blah, get pissed off, and I don't like them, and man, piss off. You know, like it's a whole lot of like
So I have a
a lot of
question.
yeah.
Is their cans gonna have rainbows on it forever? Or is it
No,
just
no,
is it
no.
just
It's
like
gonna.
right? It's just
I
like,
think it's just gonna be April. I think it's
oh,
just April.
well, they need to
Um,
calm down then, man.
well, I mean, and it's all gonna get washed, and then like Republicans are wearing Nike again, and rednecks will drink their Bud Light. It's just another thing for people to get upset about,
Right.
and it's stupid. Because every single month it's something else to get mad about.
Yeah.
That is actually irrelevant to the whole thing. Like it's the fact that there's a rainbow flag on it doesn't make it any more or less Bud Light. It's freaking Bud
So,
Light.
right.
We're not talking about like, hey, did you hear like Macallan 25 years going to have the trans flag on it? That'd be a little bit different. You know what I mean? A $2,600 bottle of scotch? Yeah, wow me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Are you going to get the people in Scotland to do that? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. But hey, you know what? Crazier things has happened. But to me,
Right.
it's just another silly thing that people get upset about. Like, if you want to get upset about something, get upset about a real world dilemma,
Right.
or problem.
I agree.
But that, like, does it make the person that's drinking it? Does it turn them gay? Or like, and that's the funny part to me is like, I'm not going to drink this because they're putting the trans person on it. I'm like, dude, literally, you're going to have to dive through the depths of hell to find alcohol that hasn't had like a pride flag up or something like that just for that month that they do it. I don't even know what month it is. Is it this month? I don't know. You know what I
I
mean? But
don't know
like,
either, to be honest with you.
I don't know. Like, I'm on a firm believer. Like, you know what? You do you. I'll do me. Don't worry about it. I really don't care. I didn't drink Bud Light before. I don't drink anymore. You know
Right.
what I mean? But for people that are like, you gotta get that flag on it, I'm not gonna drink it. Okay, but it's not gonna make any gay people drink it either. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, unless they're getting throttled on Bud Light, like I doubt that's gonna happen. Or trans people, because it's a trans person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll play the video I pulled up for it since we've
Yeah.
been talking about it.
Yeah. So we can laugh at that.
Yeah. Oh.
Here we
Oh.
go.
Oh.
Hal Jackson. NBC. All right.
Take a look. There's a video posted by Kid Rock that has more than 1 million views, hundreds of comments praising him for shooting at cases of Bud Light. Other videos posted online show people like dumping their Bud Light into trash bins and down sinks, even destroying cans of the beer. Why? Well,
They set Nikes on fire
the
years
trans
ago.
Influencer Dylan Mulvaney during the NCAA's March Madness college basketball tournament. And while March Madness has officially wrapped up by now, it seems like the response to this partnership just seems to be getting more and more intense. Jay Valle, who's been following this story, is here with us now. Explain this. Explain the timeline here.
Well, after Dylan
Like,
posted
why?
that, Hallie, thank you for having me, first of all. But, after Dylan posted this video, I mean, a lot of backlash came mostly from conservatives. And then when you have those individuals and with larger platforms like Kid Rock, you can imagine the conversation ignited even more. But Dylan Mulvaney is no stranger to the backlash from conservatives who, as she has 10 million followers on TikTok, and she's a trans woman who has documented her experience for over a year now. I assume now that Dylan received backlash on a daily basis, so she did not respond to our request for comment.
What are we hearing from Bud Light on this?
Yeah, Bud Light, the last 48 hours, as these videos have thousands of views, they did not ignore what conversations were being sparked. And Bud Light sent a statement, actually. Anheuser-Busch works with hundreds of influencers across their brands, and many ways to authentically connect with their audiences across various demographics is to partner with these influencers. So, as of this point, these videos, again, continuing to flow in, and that backlash is pretty intense there. As that Kid Rock video has over 1 million views now.
He was a terrible
Jay
shot.
Valle, thank you very much for that breakdown. We'll read more about it. I know you're
Okay. It's silly. It's silly. It's stupid. It's to me, it's stupid. It's one side's like I'm gonna say it. They're retarded.
Yeah.
They're retarded. Like, you are acting retarded. You don't drink Bud Light because there's a gay person on it or a trans person on it. Cool. But then the other side, they're retarded too.
Right.
Because it's like, oh, we're trying to reach the demographics. Trans people, if you took 1,000 trans people that were over the age of 21 and you took them into a liquor store and you're like, you know what, you can get one item. Just get one item. It could be a 30-pack of beer. It could be a bottle of Jose. It could be a bottle of Patron, yada, 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 whatever. None of them are going to sit there and be like, hey, let's get a 30-rack of Bud Light. They're not drinking it.
Right.
Like, we're trying to be, no, you're trying to be hip with the 21-year-old, the new drinkers. They're calling them the new drinkers, you know, the seltzer people and stuff like that. But it's going to pass over.
Yeah.
You know, like, both sides are stupid for it. It's a non-news item that they make a news item out of.
Yeah.
Like, it's gotta be slow news week if that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. I saw the stock of Busch took a huge drop, and the thing I was thinking about was, man, and I'm sure there's people out there that know because it's called insider trading, but that knew, like, hey, we're getting ready to drop this new campaign. You should, like, you know, buy your money in like Coors or whatever their top competitor is, Bud Light.
Miller Coors, which is in the United States, it's Miller Coors. Outside, it's owned by Heineken.
Well, yeah,
Heineken. You
might have been able to make some quick money this past week.
Yeah, this is the thing. This isn't going to be a story in
a month.
In May.
No.
This isn't a story in May. It's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. So I don't know. I think they're both sides are silly, and I just no.
Yeah.
You know, like, it doesn't. I don't think it makes somebody want to try it just because the person's on the can.
Right.
And I think it does make people not want to drink it because somebody's on the can. You're not going to gain sales out of it. You know what I mean? That's my take on it. And everyone's like, it's not about the sales. Bullshit, sweetheart, because we live in America, and it's all about the sales. It's all about the money.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like, the people that are at the head, if they're losing money right now, they're pissed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing that happened with a couple months back. Was it Dolce & Gabbana or
Balenciaga?
Balenciaga, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, they had that child that was no. That's different, because you're not, like, the imagery was disgusting.
Yeah.
It was sad, and it's like, who QA failed that in your company?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These aren't the same thing. You know what I mean? These are different, but that is a brand destroyer, or is it? Because most of the people that buy Balenciaga and crap like that are millionaires anyway. They don't give a shit about the kids.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that one was weak. And then you, like, if you go down the rabbit hole of like Balenciaga, you figure out like who owns Balenciaga and then everything else they own. It's a huge tree.
Right.
I think it gets all the way to Adidas, maybe. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, that's a story for another time.
Yeah. I was gonna say something I forgot.
Okay.
It was like off the topic. No, it's gone. Okay. The other thing in the news, let's see, would be the if anybody, what they thought, the protester crowd in Tennessee that marched on the Capitol there was like mainly generation,
they did in Manhattan too.
Generation Alpha, I think, and like their parents, and they want gun law changes, gun reform, and there was like 10,000 of them that showed up, and I guess by reports and stuff, they had some of them politicians pretty shook, man. These kids, Yeah. But I don't know. They were saying, like, I saw some videos on social media that were like Generation X, which is our generation, was saying like, we're proud of that generation because they're actually like standing up for themselves or whatever, I guess that's a thing. But I have a video I could play about it, but we could talk about it first. What do you think? Do you think that's a good thing they're doing?
well, yeah. It's one of the toughest debates to have is gun control, because one side's like, we just want not crazy people to have guns. That's the left side, right? But then
Right.
you go far left. When you go far left, it's we don't want anyone to have guns, and that's all the right side hears. You know what I
Right.
mean? They don't hear the people in the middle that are close to the middle. Like, hey, can we just make it to where like fucking crazy people and people that have mental problems can't get weapons?
Right.
But then you have like, nobody needs to own an AR-15. You are beating a dead horse in this country with that. You're
Yeah.
never going to take it. They're never going to give them up,
Right.
ever, because they'll go straight back to the Constitution. We have the right to bear arms. It's in the Constitution.
Right.
Am I agreeing with either side of this? No, it's a really hard debate to have. Am I under the? I'm under the umbrella of a conscious person that, you know what I mean, purchases a gun, they go through a background check, you know what I mean, like
Right.
it's, you know, whatever. Yes, obviously, like good law-abiding citizens shouldn't have that right taken away. However, children shouldn't be dying in schools because these laws have loopholes.
Right.
These laws have freaking loopholes like crazy, you know. And a lot of people are like, well, Chicago's got the strictest gun laws, but they have so many gun deaths. Yeah, dipshit, because people go to Illinois and buy them. Or Illinois and buys it and brings it back and sells it. Like your neighbor to the east doesn't have the strict laws. That's where your guns are coming from, you know. But me and my parents were actually talking about this, and they're like, well, you know, like blah blah blah, you know, what do you do? And you know, everybody always asks, what do you do? This is what you do. This is my solution to it. And
Okay.
people are like, no, and then I'll leave it, and then you can talk about it. This is my solution. For every 100 children in a school, there should be one armed guard. There's
Yeah.
200 children in a school, 2 armed guards. 300, you know, 3, 4,
Right.
so on and so forth, right? Now, these armed guards, to me, you have a plethora of guys that are prior service getting out of the military and they can't find work. You know what I
Right.
mean? They're in tune with, you know, like combat situations. Yes, you have them go through a mental stability test and everything like that. And even regular people can do it.
Right.
But there's not one sane person that's like, hey, you know, you're 24 years old, you're a great rifleman in the Army, you're getting out. They have these cool jobs at schools now where you can work at a high school, elementary school, a middle school, whatever. They pay really, really good, and all you do is protect children. A sane, good person would be like, that sounds like an awesome job. I
Right.
get to protect, you know, kids. Because, you know, and it's so cliche because everyone's like, children of the future. Well, no shit, because we're all going to die. We go in a rotation. We're young, then we get older, we have our children, then we get super old, and our children get older, and they have kids, and then we die. You know what I mean? It's that rotation right there.
Right.
So, yeah,
The
you gotta kind of
circle of
protect them.
life.
But the problem is, and this is the biggest problem that the Republican, it's the right side, but there are gun-toting left side too. But the biggest thing they have to realize is you are now in the range of, so the children that went to Combine that, you know, it got shot up,
Yep.
those people that survived, those, you know, those kids that survived that, the high schoolers, now have children.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're in voting ages and they're thinking of, you know, like past traumatic things that happened that keep happening in schools in this country and whatever. But they're going to get older. They're going to start to vote certain ways. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you're not helping your argument because you're going to get older and the people that have your same core values will start to dwindle down. So, yeah, that's my take on it. Just fucking 100, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody was like, all right, dude, 50 grand, all you got to do is protect the kids. What? That's it?
Yeah.
All I have to do is make sure that nobody can get in here to harm these children. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very admirable job.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then you're gonna have people on the left that are like, I don't want guns around my kids. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to protect your kids, and you're making it real hard being a fucking asshole. You know what I mean? Like, you can't protect a kid with hopes and prayers.
I mean, it's sad that we even have to have these conversations, though, man, because they don't.
Dude, sorry, last time. You know how many school shootings there have been in the United States
this year?
Well, the composite that I looked up, I looked this up. So the composite was the United States was 288. 288. The closest country behind it. Take a wild guess who it
was. Closest country behind us.
Behind us. What country do you think it was?
Oh, shit.
Just take a guess.
Like a South American country, maybe?
Take a guess.
I don't know.
Mexico.
Okay.
Now, we were at 288. What do you think Mexico was at?
A quarter of that?
8.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the drop off. 288 to 8.
But,
brutal, dude.
Yeah, and then there's the whole, which we're not going to get into today. That's like a whole other subject in class. Is like why does it happen here and not like this everywhere else?
Yeah, we can dive into that some other time.
Yeah, I'll play the little video I had for the protesters at the Tennessee Capitol,
Right.
Since that's kind of where the conversation started at. And here we go.
It would happen at a private school? Every gun is an assault weapon.
It's only a minute and 5 seconds, so.
Damn.
Yeah, they're
not happy.
They're not happy, man. But you know, like in other countries, like hold on. Can you hear that?
Yeah, the ad.
Oh. Why? I thought I stopped sharing.
Huh. Sorry, man. I went on a ramble earlier, but
no, you're good, man.
It's such a hard, touchy subject, you know, and
right.
It's I don't know, man. I don't have the answer to why it happens, but yeah, that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, it is. You get into a lot of, you got to get into like a lot of sociological theories and what
breakdown of the family, unit. And,
yep, all that stuff that might play a part in it, But yeah,
dude, have you had this yet?
No.
Dude, it is so fire, man.
Dude, regular Dr. Pepper gives me the bloat belly.
No, it's Dr. Pepper zero sugar, strawberries and cream, my dude.
Huh.
It's fire.
Yeah, I don't really drink a lot of soda.
Oh, but it's pink, so it must be a girl now. Oh, damn it.
But used to, but I stopped 3 years ago drinking soda. I'll have one once in a while. But
yeah, you were the Pepsi god.
Right.
Yeah, anybody that doesn't know, this dude had a case on deck always. You should have got like Pepsi points or something like that. You could have got 18 hoodies. And
I probably nowadays I would have got a sponsorship probably.
Dude, it was ridiculous how much Pepsi you had. Everybody else is drinking Coke, not Jeremy, man. You got Pepsi.
They say at restaurants, is Pepsi okay?
You guys got it's do you have Pepsi? It's what is Coke all right? It's yeah, I'll take a gram. Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, damn, that shit's brutal though, man. Because like, wasn't that a private school in Tennessee?
Man, I'm not even sure about that part of it.
You know what I mean? And then the person that it happened to that did it was trans. You know what I mean? So you're
Right.
like,
On this one,
okay,
yeah.
so that just throws another like just a twist here and there on the story, on the narrative of it.
Right.
It's I don't know. It's sad. You know what I mean? It's super sad.
Yeah, it sucks that we have to have armed guards and stuff at the schools, man.
Well, I mean, Maddox is school, and that's the thing. Like, I drop my son off every single day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every day goes to school. But the school he has is they're pretty good about having like, you got to get buzzed in and stuff like that.
Right.
Like the doors aren't unlocked. But the other day I was at my parents' house and I asked him, I was like, after we were talking about, Tennessee, and I was like, Maddox, do you guys have like drills? Like you have fire drills, right? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, do you guys have any other kind of drills that you do? Like lockdown? Like I didn't want to say active shooter drill because you don't want to say that around a kid, but like a lockdown drill. And he's like, yeah, we have those. And I was like, what the hell, man? You know what I mean? My kid goes to school and learns how to hide from a gunman.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. My first active shooter training was when I worked at Job Corps. The first time I had to like go through it as like the counseling director, and so but the whole campus was involved, and there was like 2 gunmen, which were like the security guards, but they did it for like for real, man. Like they there was like this siren going off and this thing talking like active shooter, like, and all this, and so like my staff and stuff, we had this hallway that you could close the doors from like the common area and lock them. And then I told everybody to go in each individual office and like lock their doors and turn off all the lights. And that's what I did. I went in my office, shut the door, turned off the lights, locked it. And even though it was fake, it was kind of weird, man. I was kind of like looking out there like, what if it's one of these? What if it's a fake flag? And all of a sudden I start hearing like fucking gunshots for real, But that didn't happen. But and then they gave like statistics afterwards because some of the kids were like, man, fuck that drill, I ain't doing it, right? Well, they ended up being casualties, right? They were counted as casualties. And so after it was over, they kind of gave like a statistic of like, okay, if this was real, this many people would have died. This many people lived, and we were like, oh shit.
Damn.
That shit was
brutal.
Weird. And then at the CSU, when I worked there, like we had active shooter drill. That was weird, man.
Dude, oh man. You remember the dude that used to walk around Aggieville with the AR?
What?
Yeah, dude. This is like, damn. I want to say like 6 years ago. 7 years ago, like he would walk around like, you know what I mean, like it's my right, I can do this, blah blah. He was doing that. I'm like, yeah, I get it, it's your right, but what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
You're in a bar district, there's nothing but drunk people around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when people are drunk, they don't think with their entire brain. They don't think with their brain at all. And you're down there just like, I can do this. It's like, we get it, but you're what?
Yeah.
You're asking for a catastrophe down there. Like, seriously. Yeah, I forgot what even happened to that dude. Like, he never got arrested because it's his right to do that.
Right.
But I don't know, man.
That's crazy. So last story before we'll get to the announcement thing was just an update because I like to follow some of that crime stuff. So that those Idaho murders of those like 4 college girls and their one boyfriend.
The stabbings or whatever, right?
Yeah, and he arrested that Brian Koberger guy because like they linked his DNA from the knife sheath that he left behind, and it had like his DNA on it, and they kind of linked it back using like those DNA websites, That's how they fucking found him.
With like the 23andMe?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they linked him back to like his relatives. They ran the DNA and they ran it through like the 23andMe or the Ancestry.com, maybe all of them, and they found like, oh yeah, that's DNA matches this DNA to these people, and that's how they've like kind of figured it out. So now they're wondering. They've been doing an investigation while he's been sitting in jail because court doesn't start till like May or June, man, which sucks waiting. But now they're kind of like looking back at like other murders that happened in Pennsylvania because that's where he's arrested at, was Pennsylvania. That's where he's from, at his parents' house. And I don't know what the investigations entailed, but I'm gonna guess that they probably went back and looked at like other murders that were similar to the one that he thinks he did in Idaho. So like, was it this age range? Was it at night? Was it like this? You know, but now they're thinking he might be responsible for some like other murders that were like ended up being like cold cases. And so I don't know. I have a little video I pulled up for it though.
Dude, imagine being busted by Ancestry.com. You get locked up, dude. Like, why are you in here? Like, man, 23andMe got me.
Yep. Damn it. It's hard to commit crimes nowadays, man. Like, especially murder. It's hard to do it, man. You have so many things against you. Because you can't go anywhere without leaving your DNA anywhere.
Yeah.
And then, like, not even that. Like, the cameras. Sorry, my fucking hand's falling asleep. Cameras everywhere. Intersections. Like, I mean, you don't know if you're in the background of somebody's TikTok video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like cameras everywhere, you know?
Yep.
The DNA that you would leave behind, you'd have to do it like in a spacesuit or something, or one of those lab things they put on that work in the labs, you know, they can't touch anything. And those big suits, that's not what you'd have to wear to commit a murder, you know, not leave any your hair or a piece of your, because you had some dry scalp that day and it flaked onto the table and the fucking CSI guy found it. You know what I mean? Like,
damn.
Yeah.
Ancestry.com. Stay away from it.
All right, I'll play some of this video here. It's 5 minutes. I'm not going to play all of it, but we'll listen to what they say.
In an Idaho prison, right? He's awaiting trial for the murders of 4 college students. But tonight, I report to you exclusively that authorities in Pennsylvania, where he was arrested, are investigating potential involvement in other outstanding homicides. Now, how would this work, and why would they be doing this? We have answers. Retired FBI agent and News Nation legal contributor Jennifer Coffindaffer and high-profile trial attorney.
Oh, boy.
What's your name?
You had heard similar to what I just reported, yes?
Yes, I have heard similar, and not just in this case, but virtually every high-profile case that is a circumstantial murder case, evidence murder case, you almost inevitably hear of some other unsolved murder, and law enforcement looks to see if they can link whoever the suspect is.
And why that is?
Well, for one thing, I suppose it fills a vacuum. Why did
I'm already bored.
This when you don't have a motive?
Yeah.
Obvious.
Yeah. I mean, that sucks for him. He's the dumbass that.
Yeah, I don't even know if it sounds pretty like speculation at this point. I think they're just saying like,
well, if they have cold cases, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, he lived here then, you know, let's say he lived there when he was like 18 and then like a 18 or 19-year-old girl was murdered and they never figured out who it was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Okay, I get it. But if it's like, oh, he was 5 years old and this person was murdered, it's like, okay, probably not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Probably not. So,
yeah. But it's bad. It's still bad press for that guy for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to prison regardless. Or wait, he's in Utah?
Yeah.
Murders happened in Utah? Do they have...
Or Idaho. Idaho.
Idaho? Do they have capital punishment?
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, Google that real quick.
Okay.
Because if they have capital punishment, he's most likely going to get death penalty if he's convicted.
Idaho will become the 5th state to authorize the firing squad as a method of execution.
Damn.
And may become
okay,
the
yeah,
first.
they do capital punishment.
Yeah.
I mean, you ever thought about that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just hypothetical, like you're on death row and you got to choose. So they can hang you, firing squad, or lethal injection, or gas. Which one you taking?
Probably the injection. Yeah, what would you do?
I don't know. That's a tough one, isn't it? Because you want to kind of go out like, you know, kind of ballsy, like, yeah, I just want to get shot. You know what I mean? Electric chair is off the table. No way. I wouldn't do the electric chair. That's just for psychopaths.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Gas could be kind of fun.
Yeah, but it depends how it gets you. Like, do you choke and cough and die that way, or does it like?
I think so, but
or does it like?
Lethal injection is the most humane way to do it. Until you see the movie Law Abiding Citizen, that movie's messed up. Yeah, but yeah,
good movie though.
Yeah, Gerard Butler's the man.
Yeah.
So, but that dude's in trouble.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Big trouble. And there's got to be something else that was on the news, and I can't remember. It was, and I can't remember what it was. Because there was the Dylan Mulvaney thing with Bud Light, and then there was the tragedy in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
There was something else. Trump got arrested.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty big news.
Yeah, we totally forgot about that one. Do you think he's going to serve any jail time?
I hope so.
He ain't.
I hope so.
He's not. What they're doing, I see this portion of it. Like, they try to go at him with a bunch of different things, and nothing could stick. They couldn't stick it. The one thing they can stick is the hush money from a porn star. What I don't understand is the legality part of it. So I don't know how they're going about it, but I know why they're going about it. They don't want him to be able to run in 24. So the way you make him not be able to run is have him tied up in litigation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's all they got to do. We're in 23 right now. Next year, we're voting again. You know what I mean? So I could see that being the part of it. People are like, no, it's because you're a criminal. And I'm like, you know, like, hush money to a porn star. Like, that, what? That sounds like you can do that in the state of Nevada legally by going to the Bunny Ranch.
Wasn't wasn't like the money used for the hush money was like campaign funds also?
See, that's what I don't know. I don't know that part of the story.
I think so.
So, and I'm like, okay, so that's the illegal part of it. Do you serve jail time for that, or you know what I mean, like,
right?
Or do you get a ticket? You know what I mean, like, you know, they're making a big deal about it too. Like, you know, he went there, and I don't know, man. Can we just be a fucking normal country?
Right.
Like, for real. Can we just be normal? Just like, you know what? Like, you do you and I'll do me, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't tell you what to do, you don't tell me what to do. You know
right.
What I mean? And we don't hurt each other. You know what I mean? Can we just do that? Probably not.
Well, all right. So we're at the 39-minute mark, so we need to start making our announcement.
You make this big announcement. What are you talking about?
Well, okay, everybody. So we've made some like clues to it, like this most of 2022 during the podcast, different things. If you know, you know. But we've been working behind the scenes on opening up our own CBD store here in Manhattan. And our goal was to get on the west side of Manhattan, where there's no true CBD stores. And we worked with the Small Business Development Center out of Washburn. I went to workshops from Spark and through those organizations. Work with the Chamber of Commerce, work with our bank and McCullough, and tried to cross all our T's and dot all our I's, because it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? And we did it, and we stuck it out, and we
not easy is the term.
Yeah,
that shit was hard.
It was.
You know what I mean? And now that we're in the situation that we're in, we understand why a lot of people like have great ideas to do things, and they want to get it implemented, and they can't because it is hard.
Right.
It is tough, especially where we had to go through. Not even on the money side of it, but the actual POS and merchant side of it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like finding people that would be like willing to take on, because we're considered high risk,
right?
Because we sell CBD and other kinds of products that are pretty cool, and everything we carry is Farm Bill compliant.
Right. Keep talking. I'm just going to put our website up.
But it's tough. Is it worth it? Absolutely, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Everybody should try to, you know what I mean, like strive to be like, you know what I mean? Don't work for somebody for the rest of your life. Work for yourself and work on yourself. But it was hard. It was really hard. I got shut down so many times trying to get a merchant for people that would just allow us to accept debit and credit transactions.
Yeah.
And hammering it. And I got burnt. And so I passed it over to Jeremy. Jeremy was hammering it. And then we got something. Right. You know what I mean? And the people out of Vector, man, he was cool, dude. Ryan's a good dude, and, working with them and Lightspeed's been, pretty easy. That part's been very seamless, the inventory and everything, and getting everything, pushed through. Like, yeah, that was simple. You know what I mean? But the hard part is getting other companies to want to work with you in doing that. Yep, that's the front of it right there.
Yep, there's the front of the building. We're at 3252 Kimball Avenue in the Candlewood Shopping Center. We're right next to the pharmacy. You can get everything you need when you go over there. You can go to the gas station, get whatever you need, and go to the Pizza Hut and get your pizza. You can stop by and get your CBD, right?
Or other stuff.
That's right. Here's some of when we were putting up the slate board and some of the lighting we have in there. Go follow us on Twitter and Instagram. At the bottom of the page of our website, you can click on those links and go to that. These are just some posts that we've been making. Check out the newest Manhattan City Lifestyle. We have a little blurb on there, like page 10 under Business Monthly, and just an introduction, like introducing us to the neighborhood, basically. Working for the lifestyle I promised myself. That's exactly what we've been working on,
Couple of the highlights of on the CBD side, we're still trying to get Tommy Chong. We sell Koi. Charlotte's Web is another big one.
Yeah, Medterra.
We got stuff for your pets.
CBD
MD. We've got bath bombs for the ladies. Fellas, if you want to take a bath bomb, that's cool too, man.
Lotions.
They go from soothing to hydrating to calming.
Yep.
Now on the other side of the store, which is the fun side, highlight brands would be like Hometown Hero, The Dopest, Elixir, Delta Munchies, Twisted. Everybody knows about Twisted, Bionod. Then there was Elixir. What was the Hemp Living?
Hemp Living.
You like that THCA a lot. You said that was pretty fire. The Elixir THCA is really fire. Looper.
Tribe.
The CBG Tribe, yeah.
Top shelf.
Oh, and we've got mushroom gummies also.
Yeah.
And capsules.
Yep.
For like mood balancing, your immune system, gut health, things like that. We will be bringing in, because we don't have everything in yet, obviously, because we're just starting up, but we're going to have the charcoal mask type things that are hemp-based, trying to get with some beauty creams. They got some pretty cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
Got stuff for like joint and arthritis pain, like cream pain and cooling CBD, like cooling rub for muscles and stuff.
Yep. And all the kratom.
Yes, and kratom.
All the kratom.
So yeah, guys, we open up on Monday. Monday's our soft opening. We'll be open to the public then from then on. Our grand opening will be May 1st, like with the Chamber of Commerce, and we'll do a ribbon cutting and that whole thing. If you want to come out to that, you can. Ray's not excited about that part. But yeah, come down and see us. Come down and see us, man. We got we'll definitely be able to help you out. We got a lot of options and a lot of great products.
Yep.
And it's clean, and the store is cool, and it's
not overwhelming.
It's not overwhelming, and it's minimalistic, but we have top brands, and it's just its own vibe, really, man. It's new. It's on the west side. Like, you should really come check it out and tell everybody you know that uses those products, because we can help you out. But yeah, it's our big thing we've been working on. We're our own bosses now. We own Top Shelf CBD. It's been one of the best decisions I probably made in my whole entire life. It was just one of those kind of things in life that we kind of got the support, because there's like me and Ray who own it. And we have a silent partner, and like I couldn't have done it without Ray and our silent partner, and they couldn't have done it without me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's lots of growing pains when it comes to working with partners, but that's the way it is. But we are doing it, and it's gone fairly well, really. Like, overall, it wasn't like the hardest thing was like the merchant processing part was probably the hardest part.
I mean, I can understand how people would get discouraged from it.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's worth it. It's hard. You got to really, really want it, because there's no other way around it. You cannot half-ass it.
Right.
So.
Well, cool, man. We wanted to make that announcement to everybody. Please go check it out. Check out the website. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. It's at Top Shelf MHK, I think, for both of them, for the Twitter and the Instagram. Our website is topshelfmhk.com. Come check us out on Monday. Come visit us. Come say hello. And we'll probably wrap up the thing. We're at the 48-minute mark. So,
cool.
Right
on, man.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, and everybody that's watching, we appreciate you tuning in. Hit that subscribe button and that like button, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye, everybody.
Don't hit it.